Where's north from here?
Greetings, trainers. I'm some northern guy, and to celebrate Halloween, I'll be counting down my top 5 spooky, scary, ghost-type Pokémon. I've always had a soft spot for ghost types. They are brilliantly fun to use, and personally I think they have some of the best designs in all of Pokémon. Now you're gonna have to bear with me, I'm a little bit ill at the moment, I've got quite the hoarse voice as you can hear, but I think it fits the mood rather well, don't you? Kicking things off at number 5, we have Dusknoir. It's not a secret that I love Gen 4 and the evolutions they gave to older Pokemon. It's something we haven't seen since Gen 4 except for Sylveon and technically Mega Evolutions and Alola forms. And some of those Gen 4 evolutions are a little bit hit and miss, but most of them, like Dusknoir, are absolutely perfect. During my second playthrough of Orais, I used a Dusclops, and you can't evolve it in that game until after you've beat the Pokemon League, so when I beat Steven Stone, I used a Dusclops. But as soon as I became the champion, I evolved it into Dusknoir at my first opportunity and used it for most of the post-game events, even going back to challenge the Pokemon League with my now fully evolved team. It's not the greatest Ghost-type Pokemon, but its design, as I've said, is flawless. It's such a brilliant transition from Dusclops to Dusknoir, and it feels really natural. At number 4, we have Mismagius, or Mismagius if you want to pronounce it that way. I've always liked Mismagius' design. I think Misdreavus becoming a witch or a mage suits it really well. But I'll admit that the evolution isn't as natural feeling as Dusclops to Dusknoir, for example. The first time I used Mismagius was in the competitive scene, and it was completely by chance. A friend and I were looking to build UU teams to battle people on Smogon with, and I just used it off the cuff. I thought, hey, why not? I'll use it as a support Pokemon for my team, and I was pleasantly blown away with how great it is. I'd always underestimated it, and I still do to this day when I come up against one, even though I use it as often as I can. I've never used one in a playthrough, but hey, maybe one day. Taking the bronze medal at number 3 is Trevenant. Gen 6 did give us quite a few ghost-type Pokemon, and I really love Trevenant's typing. I know it shares it with Gourgeist, but I think it suits Trevenant more. It's a haunted dead tree. It works. It's absolutely genius. Personally speaking, I think Trevenant's design is one of the best ones from Gen 6. It's absolutely terrifying. I've used Trevenant in-game before, but never in the final team. I did use it in X and Y on my second time round for a little bit, and also in my second run through of Sun and Moon. But both times I ended up switching it out for something else later game. It is really fun to use competitively, and it gives you some great options if you use Harvest with various different berries, whether that's a citrus berry, a lum berry, or if you're running Rest, a chesto berry. And do I really need to mention its shiny form? It is beautiful. Easily one of the top 10 shinies. The runner-up at number 2 is the original Ghost-type himself, Gengar. Now for the younger generation who might be watching this, back in the days of Gen 1, Ghastly, Haunter and Gengar were the only Ghost-type Pokemon. And to be fair, that's all we needed. Gengar is a huge favourite of many, many Pokemon fans. It's got a fantastic design, and I love the whole thing about it being Clefable's shadow. I don't think that's been 100% confirmed by Game Freak, but it's one of my favourite Pokemon theories. It's fantastic. I used a Gengar properly for the first time in one of my Heart Gold playthroughs. Ghastly was one of the first Pokemon I caught on that save file, and I fell in love with Gengar. It was so good. It became one of my favourite Pokemon of all time, but it just misses out on the number 1 slot on this list. And at number 1, my favourite ghost type is Aegislash. Still not 100% sure how to pronounce it, but I go with Aegislash. That sounds cool to me. Ever since they were revealed, I have loved the Hone Edge line. Every single one of them. I love the design, the concept of a haunted sword. It is brilliant. I used Aegislash on my first playthrough of Pokemon Y, and it was an absolute Demon. Its Ghost Steel typing was unique at the time, and it's pretty much the whole reason why they changed Steel's weakness and resistances, and made it so Ghost and Dark type moves did neutral damage. Without it, Aegislash would barely have any weaknesses. I think its only weaknesses would be Fire and Ground, and it is a real struggle to deal with anyway. It's brilliant to use in a competitive sense. The mind games you can play with King's Shield are phenomenal, but sadly it's banned to Ubers. Now when I play competitive Pokemon, I really don't like using legendaries, so I avoid Ubers as much as physically possible. So if I want to battle someone with Smogon rules, then unfortunately I can't use Aegislash. And if anything, that pretty much solidifies how great it is. Its design is flawless, I'm in love with its entire concept, and it's easily up there in my top 10 favourite Pokemon. And that's all from me. Those are my top 5 favourite Ghost-type Pokemon. Let me know in the comment section whether you agree with this list, and tell me who your favourite Ghost-type is. If you liked this video, then hit the thumbs up, and if you want to see more stuff from me, then hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to enable notifications. You can also stay up to date by following me on Twitter and by joining my Discord server. I'll leave a link to both of them down in the description. I'll see you all in the next video, but until then, keep training, have a good one, and happy Halloween, trainers!